What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 Batman movies, where we are going to deep into a world superhero today's. We are going to talk about the most iconic superhero all time, Batman. Since his first appearance of 1939, Batman has become one of the most popular comic book character, inspiring the numerous TV shows, video games, and most important blockbuster movies. Okay, so let's get started the video. So number one movie, which is a Batman, which is come in 1989, directed by the Tim Burton, and this movie received IMDb rating 7.6 out of 10. The next movie, Batman Returns, which is come in 1992, also directed by the Tim Burton and starred Michael Keaton as a Bruce Wayne Batman. This film received an IMDb rating 7.0 out of 10. Then third one is a Batman Forever, which is come in 1995, directed by the Joel Schumacher, I don't know what Schumacher, and starred Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne Batman. This film received an IMDb rating 5.4 out of 10. Then next movie, which is Batman and Robin, 1997. It is coming in 1997. Also directed by the Joel Schumacher and starred George Clooney as a Bruce Wayne Batman. This film received an IMDb rating 3.6 out of 10, which is a very bad IMDb rating. Then next movie is a fifth movie, which is come in 2005, which is Batman Begins, directed by the Christopher Nolan. And this movie film received an IMDb rating 8.3 out of 10. Then next movie, which is The Dark Knight, 2008, also directed by the Christopher Nolan, which received an IMDb rating 9 out of 10, which is the most rated movie of the Batman. Then comes the Dark Knight Rises, which is coming in 2012, also directed by the Christopher Nolan, which received an IMDb rating 8.5 out of 10. Then the eighth movie, which is Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, which is coming in 2016, directed by the Zack Snyder and Stuart Bean. This film received an IMDb rating 6.6 out of 10. Then the ninth movie, which is Justice League, which is come in 2017, also directed by the Zack Snyder, which received an IMDb rating 6.6 out of 10. Then the next movie, which is the 10th movie, Joker, directed by the Todd Phillips and starred Joaquin Phoenix, which is received an IMDb rating 8.5 out of 10. Then the 11th movie, the Batman 2021, directed by the Matt Reeves and starred Robert Pattinson as a Bruce Wayne Batman films, and this films received an IMDb rating 7.3 out of 10. So there are just few of the many Batman movies that have been released over years, and each one offer a unique perspective on the character of Batman and the world he inhabits. Whether you are a fan of the darker, more brooding films like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, or the more light-hearted and faithful films like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and there are the Batman movies out of the everyone. Now let's talk about the Batman vs Superman, which is a Dawn Justice review and facts. We are going to talk about these facts and reviews. So Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice is a 2016 superhero film based on the DC comic character Batman and Superman. Directed by the Zack Snyder, the film stars Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne Batman, Henry Cavill as Clark Kent Superman, and Gal Gadot as Diane Prince. The film follows the event of 2013 film Man of Steel and explore the growing tension between Batman and Superman as they confront each other for the first time and clash over uh, the questions whether or not Superman is a threat to humanity. Along the way, they are forced to confront a larger threat in the form of the valiant Lex Luthor, played as by the Jesse Eisenberg, who is scheming to destroy both heroes and take control on the world. Okay, the Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice received mixed reviews from the cities, with some praising its visual effects, action scenes, while other cities is its convoluted plot and casting Ben Affleck as Batman. Despite this, his film was the commercial success, growing over around $873 million worldwide collection. One of the key theme of the film is the idea of power and responsibility, as both Batman and Superman struggle with weight of the power they wield and impact it has one of the world around them. The film also explored the idea of sacrifice and length that heroes are willing to go in order to protect those they love and peoples they serve. In the terms its place in the larger DC extended universe, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of the Justice is an important film as a set of stage for the future. DC films introduce a character such as Wonder Woman and setting up the events that would lead to formation of the Justice League. Overall, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice is a film that will appeal to fans of the character of Batman and Superman, as well as fans of the larger DC extended universe. Despite its flaws, the film is a thrilling and visually stunning experience that will leave audience on the edge of their seats. In terms of reception, the Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice was polarized among both audience and cities. Some praised the film for its ambitious scope and the epic showdown between two greatest superheroes in comic history, while others criticized its dark and somber tone, as well as its slow pace and convoluted storyline. One of the standout elements of the film is its impressive cast, with standout performance from Ben Affleck as Batman and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Affleck's performance as the Dark Knight received praise for his brooding and intense portrayal as a character, while Gadot dubbed as Wonder Woman was widely acclaimed and helped to lay the foundation for her standalone films and future appearance in the DC extended universe. The film's special effects and action sequences were also widely praised, with the film climatic battle between Batman and Superman and Doomsday being one of the highlights of the film. The film's stunning visual effects and stunning cinematography helped to bring Wonder World DC Comics to life in a way that had never been seen before. Overall, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice is a film that will appeal to fans of both Batman and Superman, as well as fans of larger DC extended universe. Despite its flaws, the film is thrilling and visually stunning experience that will leave audience on the edge of their seats. Whether you are a fan of comic book The previous film or just looking for the blockbuster actions is Batman vs Superman Dawn Justice is sure to be delivered. Okay. Now come to in terms of the place and the larger DC extended universe. Batman vs Superman is a Dawn Justice, Dawn of Justice serves as the crucial turning points of the franchise. The film introduces several key actors and storylines that would go to play important roles in the future films, including the Wonder Woman, Lex Luthor, and formation of the Justice League. In addition to its place in the DC extended universe, Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice also explores themes that are central to world of the superheroes comics, such as a struggle for the power and consequences with holding great power. The film is also touches on the idea of the heroes and their impacts on the world, as well as importance of the sacrifice and the length of the heroes are willing to go to in order to protect those they love. While Batman vs Superman is Dawn Justice may not have received universe acclaim, it remains an important film in the world of comic movies and is sure to be remembered as the pivotal moment in the DC extended universe. Whether you are a fan of a comic book, the previous film, or just looking for the thrilling actions movies, Batman vs Superman is Dawn Justice is sure to be delivered. Now come to in terms of the impact of the film industry, Batman vs Superman is Dawn Justice was the significant event in the world of the comic movies. The film's high stakes showdown between the two greatest superheroes in the comic history, as well as introduction of several important character and storyline helped to solidify the DC extended universe as a major player in the world of superhero films. The film's success also helped to prove the way for the future films in the franchises, including the Wonder Woman, Justice League, and the several standalone Batman and Superman films impacted on the Batman and Superman Dawn Justice League can be seen on the continued growth and popularity of the DC extended universe, as well as a larger trend of the superhero films in general. Despite its mixed reviews, Batman vs Superman Dawn Justice League remains important film in the world of comic book movies and is sure of the remembered as the pivotal moment of the DC extended universe. Whether you are a fan of the comic book, the previous film, or just looking for the thrilling actions movies, Batman vs Superman Dawn Justice is sure and to be delivered. Now, Batman vs Superman Dawn Justice was a major undertaking for the Warner Bros. And DC extended universe, with the report it budget around $250 million to $50 million. Despite its mixed reviews, the film was box office success, grossing over $873 million worldwide. The film's success helped to solidify the DC extended universe as a major player in the world of the superhero films, and proved that audiences were eager to see the Capped Crusader and the Man of the Steel face the big screen. The film's strong box office performance also helped to lay foundation of future films franchise, including the Wonder Woman, Justice League, and several standalone Batman and Superman and films. In addition to its strong box office performance, Batman vs Superman Dawn Justice also received a number of accolades, including the several visual effects awards and nominations for its stunning special effects action sequence. The film also received number of nominations for the cast, including the notes Ben Affleck's performance as Batman and Gal Gadot debut as a Wonder Woman. Overall, Batman vs Superman Dawn Justice was a major financial and critical success for the Warner Bros. And DC Extended Universe. Despite its mixed reviews, the film is an important film in the worlds of comic book movies and is sure to be remembered as the pivotal moment in franchise history. Next movie, The Dark Knight reviews and its facts. Now let's come to another movie, which is The Dark Knight, which is released in 2008. Is widely considered to be one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, and major achievement in the world comic book movies. Directed by the Christopher Nolan and released in 2008. The film stars Christian Bale as Batman and features as the memorable performance by the Heath Ledger as a Joker. In terms of the critical reception, The Dark Knight was major success, receiving widespread critical acclaim for its storyline, visual effects and performance. The film currently holds an impressive 94% approval rating on Rotten Tomato, with many critics praising the film's dark and gritty tone, as well as its exploration of complex themes such as morality, justice, and nature of heroism. One of the standout elements of The Dark Knight is an impressive cast with a standout performance from Christian Bale as Batman, Aaron Eckhart as Harvard Dent, and the court's Heath Ledger as Joker. Ledger's performance in particular was widely acclaimed, with many critics calling it one of the greatest performances in the history of the cinema. Ledger's portrayal of the Joker is a tour de force of acting, creating a character that is both terrifying and magnetic, and helping redefine the role of the comic book villain on the screen. The film's visual effects and action sequence were also widely praised, with film stunning set pieces and stunning cinematography helping to bring the world of Batman to life in the way that had never been seen before. The film use of the practical effects such as the iconic Batpad helped to ground the film's action sequence in the way felt both realistic and thrilling. Overall, The Dark Knight is a film transcend the superhero genre, offering thrilling and provoking exploration, the complex theme and the character. Whether you're a fan of the comic book and previous film, you are just looking for the gripping and intelligent action movie, Dark Knight is the store delivered. In terms of the impact, one of the film industry, The Dark Knight was a significant event in the world of comic movies. The film, groundbreaking storytelling and visual effects helped redefine what was possible in the genre, paving the way for the future films such as Avengers and Deadpool. The Dark Knight was also a major financial success, grossing over 1 billion worldwide and becoming one of the highest grossing film of all time. The film critical and commercial success helped solidify the Christian Nolan reputations as one of the most visionary filmmaker of generation, and helped to further stabilize the DC Extended Universe as a major player of the world superhero films. Overall, The Dark Knight is a film that will be remembered as true classic of genre and a major achievement in the world of comic book movies. Whether you are a fan of comic book and previous film, or just looking for the thrilling and thought provoking actions, The Dark Knight is sure to be delivered. The Dark Knight is also received a number of accolade awards, including 2 Academy Awards: Best Supporting Actor, Heath Ledger, and Best Sound Editing. The film also received a nomination for the Best Cinematography, Best Art Directions, and Best Visual Effects, among other. The film's success at the box office and critical acclaim helped to cement its place as a cultural phenomenon, with its iconic character and memorable scenes becoming instant classics in the world of popular culture. The film influences can be seen on the subsequent films in the genre, such as Joker and Birds of Prey, which have also explored complex theme and character in the world of comic book movies. In the addition to its success as a film, The Dark Knight also had significant impact on the career of its star Christian Bale, who went on to become one of the most sought after actors in Hollywood. Bale's portrayal for Batman helped to redefine the character for a new generation of fans and stabilize him as one of the most iconic and beloved superhero of the all time. Overall, The Dark Knight remains a classic of the superhero genre and the films that will be remembered for the years of the groundbreaking storytelling, memorable character, and the stunning visuals continues inspiring the captivate audience to this day, making its true masterpiece on the art form. In terms of the production, The Dark Knight had the budget around $185 million, making it one of the most expensive films ever made at the time of its release. The film was shot on the location in Chicago, London, and Hong Kong, with extensive practical effects, stunt work bring the film action super sequence. Despite its high budget, the film was a major financial success, grossing over around 1 billion at the box office worldwide. The film's impressive performance at the box office was due part its strong critical reception and the anticipating surrounding the release of the film. The release of film, which was one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year. The success of The Dark Knight helped the further stabilize the DC extended universe as a major player in the world of comic book, paving the way of future films in the franchise such as Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman Justice. In the addition of the impact on the film industry, The Dark Knight also had significant cultural impact, which with the character themes becoming the iconic symbols of popular culture. The film portrayal Batman as a dark, brooding hero as well. It's exploring the themes such as corruption and morality, helped to define the superheroes genre and set the stage of future films genre explore more complex and mature themes. Overall, The Dark Knight remains a landmark achievement in the world of comic book movies, and the film is remembered for the years to become its groundbreaking storylines, memorable character, and stunning visual continue to inspire the captive audience, making the true masterpiece of the game genre. One of the most notable aspects of The Dark Knight was performance on the late Heath Ledger as Joker. Ledger performance was widely acclaimed by the city's audience, widely regarded as one of the greatest performances of the film in the history. Ledger's interpretation of the Joker was the departure from the previous portrayals of the character, with his version being more anarchic and nihilistic. In the preparation of the role of the Ledger, reportedly spends a month of impressing himself in the character and deploying his own interpretation of the Joker. His performance was praised for the intensity, emotion depth, and commitment to the character. With many city critics hauling its tour de force. Unfortunately, Ledger passed away shortly after completing his work on the film, leading to the outpouring and of the grief from fans of the fellow actors alike. His performance in The Dark Knight is posthumously earned in him a number of awards and accommodatable, including the Academy Awards Best Supporting Actor. Another notable aspect of the film was the work of director Christopher Nolan, who brought his unique vision and style to the film. Nolan's approaches to the Batman franchise was a departure from the previous film, with his version of character being grounded in the reality and free from the combines that had been found earlier iteration of the character. Nolan's approaches to the film was also marked by his use of the practical effects and his attention to detail. With the film action sequence and sets being meticulously crafted and executed. The film iconic opening bank robbery sequence, for example, was shot one of the locations Chicago using the practical effects and stunt book giving on the scene sensor, realizing the intensity was unmatched previous Batman films. Overall, The Dark Knight was a groundbreaking film that helped to redefine the superhero genre and set the stage of the future films of the franchise. Its unforgettable performance, stunning visuals, and mature themes have helped to make it one of the most beloved and iconic films of the all time. The film impact on the superheroes genre cannot be overstated, as it paved the way of the comic book movies explore the darker and more complex theme. The success of The Dark Knight also helped to stabilize the Batman franchise as one of the most successful and enduring in the film history. The Dark Knight also received a number of awards and nominations, including the 8 Academy Award nomination and 8 won 2 of them. As previously mentioned, the film impact can be seen number of the incredible honor that have been bestowed and upon its since its release with the many cities films scholar hauling and the masterpiece of genre. The film influences can be seen subsequent films in the genre such as Joker and Logan, which have also explored more mature themes and character in the world of the comic book movies. The films legally can also be seen on the success of the Batman franchise, which continued thrives and years of the since Dark Knight was released. One of the most notable aspects of the film production was IMAX camera. The film's cut certain sequence, including the opening bank heist and the film iconic theme, which is use of the IMAX camera gave the film larger than life feel and helped to immerse audience in the world of the Gotham City. In the terms of the box office performance, The Dark Knight was a major success, grossing 1 billion worldwide. The film's strong critical reception and combined in the iconic character and unforgettable scenes helped pull it to the top of the box office, stabilize. It's one of the most successful superhero films in the all time. Overall, The Dark Knight remains the landmark achievement in the world of comic movies, book movies, and the films of remembered generation to come on. The groundbreaking storytelling, unforgettable performance, and stunning visual continue to inspire captivated audience, making the masterpiece of the genre. The Dark Knight received universal acclaim of the critics and audience on a Rotten Tomato. The film is 94% approval rating based on the 350 reviews, which is average rating on the 8.6 out of 10. The site consequences rates dark, complex, and unforgettable. The Dark Knight success not just as entertaining comic book films, but as a rich, thrilling crime saga. The film was a major box office success, grossing over 1 billion worldwide. Its domestic box office is total 523 million, making it the further highest grossing film of the North America at the time of its release. Its international box office grossing 469.7 million, making it the highest grossing Batman worldwide. The film budget is reported around $185 million, and making the one of the most expensive films ever made on that time. And however, the massive box office success helped to make one of the most profitable films in the history. The addition of the box office success, The Dark Knight was also critical, receiving the numerous awards of the nomination, and the film nominated 8 Academy Awards, including the Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actor. It won 2 Academy Awards, both lecture performance as Best Supporting Actor and the Best Sound Editing. Overall, The Dark Knight is widely regarded as one of the greatest comic movies of the all time, and its impact on the genre cannot be overstated. Its memorable performance, complex themes, and stunning visuals continue inspiring and captivating audience, making the true masterpiece of the genre.